Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Rick Riz studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. As always, don't forget to smash those buttons, the like, the subscribe, the thumb, the rectangle, all that stuff. Just pounce on it and hit it like it's nobody's business. And of course, tell us what you're playing today. What are you on? Are you tailing us since we had a little bit of a chilly day yesterday? Are you tailing us now? Have you given up all hope and now you're fading? What are you doing? Are you coming up with something on your own? Are you just stopping by to tell us what you're on today and share the information with your fellow handicappers out there to ferret out those good picks? Maybe it's some NHL, maybe it's some NBA. Maybe it's Major League Baseball. You never know. So let us know what you're doing there. And of course, you will be richly rewarded with a shout out at the end of tomorrow's video. What could be better? Oh, yeah, the money that you'll get by also winning your bet. So I guess money's okay, too. And of course, don't forget to check out the new design over there at Winners and Whiners. And stop by Stat Salt as well. Deep dives into every sporting event going on in America every single day. If you can bet on it, if you can bet dollars on it, you can bet we're writing about it over at Winners and Whiners and statsalt.com. Alrighty, well, we got to do it, so let's just get right to it. We'll just rip the Band-Aid right off as far as our recap goes. We went the Ofer. We did the Ofer on the Deep-3 today. We had the Giants starting off there against Washington. We actually had a shot. We deserved a little better fate than this. We ended up losing it 4-2, and we pitched better than that. We had a lot of guys in position. Every time they'd have a runner in scoring position, they would hit a screamer right at somebody. Kind of living in bad luck. You got to get the breaks to go your way when you're going to catch one of those deep money plays like we made. And you know what? We were if you'll excuse a pun, we were in the ballpark. It was not a dreadful pick. I'd probably do it again. I'd probably make that play again, especially after watching the game. I think that's a contest that we win enough to make it profitable. But yesterday was not one of those days. And we also had the Brooklyn under, which, it was kind of going back and forth there. We had a shot at it, and they put up a monster second quarter, and that put us behind the 8-ball for the rest of the game. And that ended up being that's a no good. And San Diego Padres, again, another team that just had the crucial plays all went against us. They give up a couple home runs, give up a home run to Joey Votto to start the game, and give up 2 more home runs for a total of 4 runs. And not a dreadful night, but as we talked about last night, San Diego not exactly the masher offense. They had to have some guys on base, and had a bad break. Could have been a big inning as they hit a ball down the left field line with a man on first and second. And it hops the fence, ground rule double, men on second and third, and they whiff, trying to get any more runs in there. So we wear the collar today and laid a little deep wood on the San Diego game. So all we can do is go on and try to do our best. Premium side, we went uno y uno. We had the San Antonio game. We were all over that. A lot of good trends there pointed us towards the Spurs. But we also had Milwaukee against the Dodgers in a game where the sharp money was absolutely in agreement with us, just pounding the Brewers. It was a great pitching duel. It was scoreless through the first 5. We were hoping it would go. Well, we weren't hoping to be scoreless, but hoping it would be a low-scoring game that Milwaukee would be able to scratch out a run or two before the 7th or 8th. We get Hader in there, and they win a shortened game, basically. But Milwaukee was not able to put together much until very late in the game. And we had one of our teams once again victimized by the long ball after Zach Davies goes 5 shutout innings. Matt Albers goes in to try to give us an inning or two to bridge the gap, and he promptly gives up 3 hits and 3 runs on back-to-back dingers. Nicely done, Matt. So 1-1 we go there, and on we go to today's plays. All right, starting off with an early one there as the Arizona Diamondbacks travel to the Windy City to take on the Chicago Cubs. Merrill Kelly goes for Arizona against Kyle Hendricks for the Chicago Cubbies. And we mentioned it was the Windy City, and it's absolutely going to be the Windy City today. The Windy City, the wind is going to be blowing in from the north about 25 to 35 miles an hour. Ooh, that sounds pleasant. How about 50 degrees with a 35-mile-an-hour wind off the lake? What a beautiful, beautiful April day in Chicago. You know what? The Cubs, they've been pitching much better lately, and they've won 7 of their last 10. However, anyone want to make a guess on who started 2 of those 3 losses? Anyone at all? Well, if you guessed Kyle Hendricks, you were absolutely correct. He has given up 24 hits and 5 walks in just 13 1/3 innings this season. Meanwhile, Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks has been the much better pitcher so far, and the D-backs have actually put together their own 4-game winning streak. And unlike the Cubs, 3 of those games came against Atlanta, who's an actual major league team, as opposed to the Miami Marlins, who the Cubs just beat up on, who are a borderline major league team. So, as we mentioned, the wind's going to be cranking in off the lake, coming right out of the north, blowing right in to home plate. And I think Arizona's going to be able to nickel and dime their way to get the Cubs, nickel and dime the Cubs into submission. I'd written that so well, and then, yeah, I think that's what happens. I think that price is way long when Arizona so far has the better pitcher, and it's a wind's blowing in, so it's going to knock down the effectiveness of a lot of the big boppers there of the Cubs, and that will be the great equalizer. Give me Arizona plus money, and not just any plus money, plus 146. Let's go dog hunting again, and this time, let's get those big dogs off the porch and into our belly. All right, so we're going to take a look in the NBA now as the Portland Trailblazers travel to the red dirt world as they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder is -8. You know what? The Blazers are a very different team away from the Moda Center. Just like OKC is a very different team on their home court. Those people in Oklahoma are absolutely nuts for basketball. After sweeping Portland in the regular season, the Thunder have to be stunned to find themselves on the brink of going down 3-0 in the first round of the playoffs. I think there's just too good of a team to let that happen, especially at home. I look for the road to redemption for Russ and the boys to begin tonight in front of a fired-up OKC crowd. Give me Oklahoma City -8. And taking a look back in the majors as our West Coast game, our nightcap, if you will, features the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. Gonzalez goes for Seattle against Felix Pena for the Los Angeles Angels. And I'm looking at the team total 4.5 for Seattle. And you'll never guess what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think it's going to go over. The Mariners were happy to get the hell out of town after dropping 6 straight to the Indians and Astros. They celebrated their first game back on the road by hanging an 11 on the Angels pitching staff there last night. Starter gave up 6, bullpen gave up 5, so it was pretty much a joint effort all the way around for the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the Angels, that is a staff that is never going to be confused with the Stros or the Angels. The Stros are the Indians. They've been doing okay. The starters are decent. The starters have been about middle of the pack. Bullpen's actually been okay, but everybody melted down last night. And they get to face a bullpen that had to cover a lot of innings. They came in the 6th last night, and that is bad news for a starter in Felix Pena, who has yet to make it out of the 5th inning in any of his 3 starts. Angels pitching is, like I said, it was better earlier, but now it's kind of evened out, regressed to the mean, if you will, and their staff has given up 5 runs or more in 6 straight games now. I think Seattle makes it 7. Give me the Seattle team total over 4.5. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder -8 and the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 146 as we go dog hunting. And at the end of the night, guys, let's grab up those winning tickets and we'll all just head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at the premium plays for the shout-outs for today as he puts up the premium plays. There we go, last week's record. Still 15-6. We're A couple games under for this week, but we are coming back on the premium side. So if you want more great picks, well, if you want more picks, it's hard to say more great picks after I go 0-3. But we do try to give the best picks on the premium side. No offense to you guys, but you got to know where your bread's buttered. All right. So if you're interested in more picks over the premium side, just follow the link there, if you will, and give us a holler. We'll get you all hooked up. Very reasonable. We've got it priced for your budget. So there you go. Now, let's take a look at the shout-out, shall we? I wet my whistle just a little bit. All right. Mark R. said, can we please acknowledge Homer Bailey and his fantastic outing against the Bronx Bombers? Absolutely. And Mark actually put his line in there. Six innings pitched, 3 hits, one earned run, 1 walk, and 6 Ks. Yeah, I watched that game. They look good. They look like an actual major league team. Homer Bailey, again, second game in a row, good movement on his four-seamer. Breaking pitch was getting out. There were a lot of swings and misses. He looked like everything you want in an actual major league starter. I have no beefs with Homer. We suspended Operation Fade Homer Bailey for 1 game tonight, and I think we made the right call. I talked to some people there. I told you I thought New York would still win. I just didn't like the price. Anytime you take the Yankees, you're paying that stupid Yankee surcharge. And, we could have got a better price on the Royals tonight. I didn't have that much faith in them. But the Yankees, man, they're not great. They are a great team, but unfortunately, most of their great players, except for Aaron Judge, basically, are on the injured list. So I don't know. I don't know when they get better, but they're struggling, man. They gave up the lead to Boston last night. They get beat by the Royals, scored just 1 run against Kansas City. The bullpen actually looked good. They got Richard Lovelady, who they've been talking about forever. Finally brought him up, and after kind of a rocky start, he looked really good, left-hander for the Kansas City Royals. And they preserved Homer's victory. So, in fact, I had such confidence when it was 4-1. I actually took a live bet at New York plus 750 there in the. I think we got that in the 6th inning. No, 7th inning as the Yankees then put 2 men on base and promptly hit into a double play right after I got my bet down. So yeah, that was great. So and then that was it. And then the Royals bullpen actually did the job for the last 2 innings and bingo bango bonzo, Royals get the win. So yeah, I absolutely give credit to Homer there, Mark. Thanks for reminding me. Homer did a nice job tonight, and the Royals. And he says, this is a pick my wife also likes. He says, last words on the last episode of Game of Thrones, Tyrion Lannister. That's his pick, and I'll have to look up the odds. I should have done that, man. My wife also, like I said, she's the serious geek, read all the books, blah blah blah. She likes that pick as well because I told her that pick, and she goes, oh yeah, absolutely. So I think that's where she is as well. Borno jumped on Little Scott's Golden Knights pick, and he also had the Tigers. Hammer and Hank had the Spurs and the Nets. The Nets over 229.5. Well done there. The Divine Greek said he's fading us on the under Philly. Good fade there, Greek. Got you a win today. But he rode with us on the Giants. Yeah, like I said, brother, we maybe deserved a little better fate there. He says we're still friends even though you're a former pit boss. Yeah, that was one of my iterations into that when I worked in the casino. When I worked outside the sports book, I was a pit boss mainly in the dice pit. I later ran the poker room for a few years, but that's really where I spent most of my time was in the dice pit being a pit boss. And yeah, like I told the Greek, I was a really nice guy as a pit boss until I wasn't. And every once in a while, you would have to be kind of a dick because in every other business, they say the customer's always right. In the casino business, that ain't always the case. A lot of people don't know the rules, and so you have to, you have to rule with an iron fist, as I said in my pit boss iron throne there in the dice pit. So, yeah, we're still buddies, Greek, because that's been a while. It's been a few years since I left the casino. So, and he wanted to say, hey, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Yamas, which means cheers to us in Greek. So, Yamas to you, the Greek. And Kyle Z had the Diamondbacks money line and reverse money line at -1.5. Well done there, buddy. Cody L, he's sticking with the premium picks today, and a possible deep 3 play or two. Ixnay on the deep 3, Cody. Not the best day for the deep 3 today. The Legion of picks, he had Golden State first half minus 4.5, hell yes. For the game at 8.5, hell yes. He had the Rockets under 11, and he also had the Reds. Good call on the Reds, and good call on the Rockies. I talked to him in the comment section. I looked at that Rockies game and the under. Both those teams have not been scoring a ton of runs. I just didn't trust those two pitchers. I didn't trust Freeland, and I didn't trust I don't know whoever the other Hackosaurus was that was going for whoever played the Rockies today. But it played under. I think it ended up being 3-1 if I'm not mistaken. It was yeah. So good call there, Legion of picks. Nice to have the under balls right there. Dustin H said he's all about the Dubs today. Yeah, the Dubs fucking did it to it. He got him at 2.5 in the first quarter, 4.5 for the half, and 8.5 full games. I guarantee you after the game, Durant will be smiling and saying things like, "Who is Beverly?" Yeah. Beverly been trying to punk his ass for the first 2 games, and that shit kind of came to an abrupt fucking halt tonight. Excellent job there, Dustin H. That's the real deep 3 right there, brother. All Dubs all the time. Speaking of Dubs, C-Dub had Chelsea halftime and full-time minus 120. They did it. C-Dub, and I know he'll be the first to tell you, he's had kind of a rough week, brother, and I feel you. I hope you and I pull out of our little slump here. I think we're both too good to stay in that slump, don't you, brother? Let's do it. Let's get some action going here. I know you got the EPL again on the weekend, so let's see what we can do. Zach B. He has he said C-Dub, I will get those cheers, fingers crossed. Also has Chelsea and limited success Cubs 1 through 7. So that's yeah, good hit there, Zach. Derek A says got to fade this time, and that's all right. I ain't mad at anybody that fades me. It's kind of the nice part because it means one of us is going to hit. So Derek A said he faded us. He had parlay Philly over 227 with the Dubs minus 8.5 and the Spurs minus 170. Well done, my friend. And you didn't. You tried to fade us, but you actually ended up tailing us on our premium pick there as you took the Spurs. So, no, that's a good hit, Derek. I'm really, really happy for you. And like I said, if we got to lose some, I'm glad you guys are out there winning them. Worthy Ohm, I like that. Worthy Ohm 311. He had the Copenhagen and Michelin. Good to have those Michelin stars. Plus 2.5. So that was a good one there. Worthy Ohm, the astute aardvark had Spieth plus 105 over Molinari. Now Spieth shows up. Great. Nice job, AA. Alex V, he said he had took Matt Kuchar over Bryson. And Miguel down there in NOLA, he had the Padres, the Rockies money line. He had, and then he had a couple of parlays that he hit half of. He hit one leg on each of. He had the Philly minus 3. Yep. And the under 228. Nope. He had the Spurs minus 3.5. Yep. And he had the under 210.5. Nope. And then the NHL, he had the Knights. Nope. And the team total over 6. Yep. What's that song? Nope. Gonna do it? Nope. I don't know. Help me out, guys. It's a song that like that's half the song where he's going, yep, nope. I know somebody will know it, so thanks. Anyway, all right. And here's one of my favorites. And I'm gonna probably butcher your name, but just say it in advance. Salsawai Cabeta told us that yesterday he had a 10-team parlay, and I don't think I got them written all down, but here's what I got. I got the Bucks, Rockets, the over in that game, the Pirates, the Rays, the White Sox. In the NHL, you had Toronto over 6, Dallas money line, and that 10-teamer for $100 bet paid $17,000. That's right. So drinks are on you, my friend. Drinks are on you, Salsawai. And you got to tell me if I butchered your name because I'm sure I did. So my apologies. And congratulations on a real fine hit. Love it. Love it. That is $17,000 that book don't have anymore. There's nothing that makes my heart pound more than that. So, well done, my friend, and thanks for sharing your success with us. Very, very good. Mike B, he had San Diego under 7.5. He had Philly over 226, Denver plus 5, And the New York Yankees, Kansas City Royals, under 9. Nicely done, Mike B. Pretty decent day there for you, my friend, as well. All right, guys, that's it for today. Good luck to everybody. It's time to get off the snide, stop jacking around. We got the weekend starting here, and our weekend starts right now. Good Friday? Hell no. It's going to be a great Friday. You guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.